everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features arguably the best defense in the NFL. The Bills are top 10 in fewest points allowed, and they'll be up against the Jets' offense that wants to hang a big number on them.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Between the New York Jets and our home team. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you described that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was zero space, no gain.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now it's Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, Roethlisberger. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they liked his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Screen play, McKinnon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. And the QB rating right now sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jurrell Casey in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Play action. Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Shift together here from the D-line. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Collier. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So the D-line's going to spread out. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Jets. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Complete to Stewart, right side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Now Stafford. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
From the 50, Stafford. That's caught right side by Anderson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
To the air again, Stafford. Finding room inside the 40. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Anderson. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion left. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So now 1st and 15. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing again is Stafford. He's got his man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Williams. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So on 4th down, Jason Garrett sends in his field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. And the kick by Butker is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 20. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Williams loses the football, and the Bills have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. Caught, Kelsey, left side. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. in the red zone this time. Here's McKinnon. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. A dump down to McKinnon, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Stafford on first down. Caught left side, Williams. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down. On second down, Williams trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead. And never mind, Larry, these two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Preston Smith in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Bills on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Roethlisberger will throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw on second down is Stanford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
The Jets on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Stafford. A dump off to Forte. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he loses the football a second time. And the Bills have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here we go. Hey. You got three. Three down. Go, Watch one.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd down following the run. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They run once more with McKinnon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Roethlisberger. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So out now come the Jets. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Just beating the play clock. Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
The Bills on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. And the play clock's running down. From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Watch that in. Watch that in. That is right. That is right. Let's go. These two. Easy. Hey, check. Hurry up. Let's go. Check the hopping. Time out. Switch. Here we go. 30.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
Black 5. Foot down. Check. Foot down. Alert. Middle. Here we go. 230.
Play clock winding down. Here again is McKinnon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Bills on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete right around the 8. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. 1st and goal. They'll try and run with McKinnon into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They come out here in the eye. Toss play to McKinnon. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And New York set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. 23 yards on the play.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On first down, Stafford here. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Whitney Merciless. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Stafford now on second down. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And he motions the wide receiver. From the 50, Stafford. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. There he goes left side. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Stafford here coming off his pick six. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jordan Willis in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. The Jets on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for New York. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Bills on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the home team here, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.